Hello everybody and welcome back to the Daily Creative Challenge here at Adobe Live. Today we are here at the Illustrator Challenge. I'm your host Kladi and we're gonna have some fun in Illustrator. But before we get started, let me say real quick hi to the chat. I can see Wade in the chat, Anthony, Christelle, Arturo, Susan, Arshad, everybody, good morning. Everyone is saying good morning from Israel. Right here is 7:30. I'm in the UK in Manchester, but please let me know where you're from. I'm super excited. We know that we got Israel in the house and we got the UK, Mohammed from Pakistan. Let me know where you're watching from. It's always very exciting to learn more about our wonderful international community. Here, we're going to be learning new skills and sharpen your techniques in Illustrator. If this is your first time that you're playing with Illustrator, it's going to be fun. We're actually going to be creating an Instagram sticker, and I have a very, very cool trick that I can show you as well. Hopefully, we're going to have time to jump into my phone. And talking about time, Steve, nice to see you. Welcome. Let me know also if you are sending messages or watching from YouTube. I would strongly recommend you to head on behance.net/live or b.net/Adobe Live, because in that way I can see your questions, say hi to you, see you in the chat. I do not read the YouTube chat, so you'll have to join on Behance for me to be able to see your comments. Right, fantastic. So let's go ahead and jump into my screen real quick so we can go and have a look a little bit more at what I'm going to be working today. And let me jump into my landing page. So here it is. I'm just going to give it away a little bit of what we're working, but don't worry, I'll show you a preview. So the landing page is a very useful page where you can download Illustrator, click on the big blue button in order to get the new challenges. As I say, today is challenge number 3 in Instagram sticker. You know, the Instagram stickers that you can put in the stories. I'm going to teach you how to create one of those in Illustrator. So far, we've been working on icon design, yesterday add banner. And in fact, if you want to learn more and talk about what we've done so far, you can always join our Discord by clicking on the community chat or also using our Discord invite link, which is bit.ly/AI Discord. And by heading and joining into our community, you're going to be able to, first of all, share your work, but also get feedback from the community. If we go ahead and select the challenge channel, we'll see on the wonderful feedback here. And of course, all the adverts. I've seen a lot of adverts here from the challenge. So that was what we worked on yesterday, and of course some icons as well. That's really exciting. Right, so it's time to jump into Illustrator. If you want to use the starter file, we always have starter file here. In particular today for this challenge, you can go ahead and click on the get started, and by doing so you're going to be able to access the challenge. You can also click and select download, and you'll be able to open the file in Illustrator. As you can see, I provided a little color palette and of course some example for those of you who never used the sticker on Instagram before. And Ruth is saying, I love the multiply yesterday. That's very exciting. 3D effects, yes. And I'm going to show you a little preview on what we're going to achieve to do. So that's exactly the sticker that we're going to be creating. Of course, you can choose any colors that you want. I've selected a specific palette because I do believe that this color palette looks very well. It gives a lot of contrast in the stories, but that's completely up to you. That's the point of today. You can create your own stickers for your stories. And there is a hack. There are 2 ways to actually post it on the story. So let's see if I can get full time to show you, because I think you're going to be mind blown, because I was. Fantastic. So we have Tampa, Florida, Sudan in the house, and Argentina, Latvia. Buenas. Fantastic. I'm going to start to speak Spanish now or Italian, but let's get started. So as you see, the word that I selected is wow. You can choose any word you want. You can, rad, cool, fantastic, good morning, good evening, whatever you prefer. What we're going to do here in order to start and creating our text is press on the letter T on your keyboard in order to activate the type tool. You can also find the type tool here on your toolbar. I'm going to zoom in so you can see how it looks like. Once you are done, simply click and drag over the artboard in order to create an area text. Yesterday, we talked a little bit more the difference between area type and point type. Let me know in the chat if you were here yesterday and you remember what's the difference between an area type and a point type. You'll get extra Kladi love. If not, don't worry, that's absolutely fine. By the way, if you want to hide all the extra information that I provided with you, you can always head to the layers panel and you click on the eye icon. See here, they're named appropriately, so you can hide the inspiration if you don't want to be distracted by all these other images that I've selected for you, and you can hide the instructions as well and just keep the color palette. Perhaps you want to also unlock the color palette, so we'll be able to select it as well. But let's get back to our text. All we're left to do now is to double click or press Command A in order to select our lorem ipsum or replacement text. And then I'm going to go ahead and just write wow, because that's the word that I'm going to be using. Now I'm going to go ahead and convert my area type into a point type, and I'm going to go ahead and make our text bigger. Don't forget to hold the Shift key in order to resize it proportionally. I haven't seen, there is a question, how do you zoom in the window? So I'm on a Mac, and on a Mac I use the option, I use the shortcut option Command 8. Here it is. I'm not sure how you do it on Windows. Maybe wait, if you know it, let us know. If anybody knows, feel free to let us know. We have David from Portland. So nobody's telling me what is the difference between an area type or a point type. I can share it with you again, no problem. If you want to know, let me know in the chat. I'm happy to talk about it again. Otherwise, you can always watch the replay from yesterday. Now I'm going to go ahead and select the properties panel with my text selected, and then I'm going to go ahead and choose a type that is nice and bold. So we have this atomic bomb, which is quite cool. Or something that I'm using lately is a font that is called Bebas. Oh, we have all these beautiful fonts. So this is called Beastly. That's actually quite cool. Maybe we should experiment with this new one. We can have a look. Let's have a look with this one, and then we can go back into a safer font, just in case. So I'm gonna go ahead and now choose a specific way of creating a 3D. In this case, I'm gonna go ahead and choose our window menu. That's where all the panel lives, and I'm gonna go ahead and select appearance. Now that the appearance panel pops up, with my text selected, I'm gonna go ahead and click on effect in order to add a new effect. Here it is. Once I do so, I'll be able to select 3D and then extrude and bevel. And the extrude and bevel options is gonna show up. I usually start from a position of isometric top that gives me like a sort of flat position, and then you can click and drag on the cube in order to actually activate the different transformations here on your 3D text. Or you can also input the actual angle inside here. So for example, that will give you something that is like standing up, but we can see a little bit of the bottom. And something else that you can change is also the extrude depth. So you can go ahead and make it something crazy, or I think the 50 or something around 50 points is usually a quite nice way of using chunking 3D text. Fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and click on OK in order to create this 3D effect. But the beauty is that I'm going to also go ahead and choose another color, because otherwise I think black on black is a little bit harder to see. Here it is. So you can see that the text is also editable. So not only we can perhaps, add an exclamation mark or edit the text, but we can also go back, and remember, I wasn't sure about using this font or not. We can go ahead and try other text with the effect in 3D. So a text that I use very often is Anton. That's a text that is usually used for memes. And I remember that I discovered that during a stream, I think. So once you select the text, again, even if you have applied your 3D effect, you can always go back and change the font size, the font family, the font, everything you want. And even the text itself is still editable. Right, fantastic. What we can do here now is also go ahead and perhaps change the way that we apply the extrude and bevel. In fact, if we double click on the extrude and bevel effect from our appearance panel, the panel will pop up, so we can go ahead and modify our 3D effect as well. So everything is editable up to this point. And the reason why I say up to this point is because I'm going to show you in a second how we're going to move from an editable option to an option that is not going to be editable anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. And then before we move forward, I will use the Option key with my text selected and click and drag in order to create a copy. I always do that before moving on in creating a destructive effect. So in this case, we're not going to be able to edit the text, just so we have a quick reference, which is just here behind me, if we decide to go back and perhaps change the text at any time. So what I'm going to do here now is the text selected is to go under Object and Expand Appearance. Now I have this question very often. Why do not I outline? So usually we have outline, but I'll show you what's going to happen. Because it's an effect applied to the text, if I use my usual shortcut in order to outline, what's going to happen is that I'm just going to have the outline of the main text. So we don't want to do that. What we want to do, see, I'm going to drag it out so you can see what I have here is just the outline of the text. In order to take advantage of the entire 3D and all the different faces of this text that we have created, all we have to do here, and I'm gonna go ahead and, since we still have the text editable, I'm gonna go ahead and delete the exclamation mark. With the text selected, I'm going to go under Object and select Expand Appearance. So in this case, we are expanding and transforming the actual appearance, and the effect, because we access it from the appearance panel, we know that that's an appearance of our text. So by expanding it, we'll be able to expand and access all the different shapes. In fact, if we use a shortcut Command Y, or that would be Control Y if you're working on Windows, we can now access the outline mode, and we can see that we have outlined the entire 3D shape. And now it's time to start applying some colors. Before doing so, I'm going to go ahead and use the shortcut Shift Command G, that's Shift Control G if you're working on Windows, in order to ungroup our elements. And then I'm just going to start and work depending on the different size. So first of all, I'm going to select all the top faces and hold Shift to select all of them in one selection. Press the I or the letter I in the keyboard, or select here the eyedropper tool, here it is, in order to select the color from the color palette. Or if you want a color of your choice, you can always go from the appearance panel and select any colors of your choice directly from the properties panel under appearance. You can also choose here under the appearance panel that we used before to layer multiple fields. So what if we want another field on top of the one that we have here? Well, very simple. Just click on Add a New Field. And in this case, make sure that it sits on top of the other field. And again, I'm going to zoom in so you can see we have our first orange field, and then we have another on top. And here we're going to go ahead and explore the swatch libraries, patterns, and in particular, I'm going to go into graphics and texture. And I'm going to go ahead and expand this here so we can have a little bit of fun and add some little texture. I kind of like those capsules here. I'm probably going to go with this one. I think it's nice and funky. Fantastic. So now we learned also how to add multiple textures. Now another thing that I'm going to do here is to start to select all the sides. So I know that I'm going to go ahead and have all the sides here of one specific color. Don't forget to add all the different one and press the letter I and select a color of your choice. Again, you can always go back and use the Shift key in order to add anything that you missed from your selection. And again, press the letter I and make sure that you color the color you want. So again, I'm going to go ahead and add this bit here from the top and this other bit from the O here and add our color. Here it is. So what's happening here also is that I'm going to show you in a second. Once we're going to add a stroke, we're going to incur into a little issue that we're going to solve together. So I'm going to go ahead and move those panels out of the way so I can select all the sides that I want. And then again, with the letter I, we can choose the color that we wish to use. Or as I said before, let me go ahead here. We can always add a color fill from our panel. Again, make sure that you select all the different aspects here. And I'm going to go ahead now and give it a little stroke to show you what is the issue that I was talking about. So I'm going to go ahead, click and drag over our shape, head to our stroke and give it a stroke of 1 millimeter. Make sure that the cap and corner is rounded, and I also maybe just give it a size of 75, just like so. And what I usually do here is also make sure that our stroke sits outside. So make sure that we really ungroup all our shapes. Here it is. But as you can see, some part of these shapes are like disconnected. They're part of different groups. Well, don't worry. All you have to do is to hold the shift key and click on them in order to select them. And then from the Pathfinder tool, we can go ahead, oops, make sure that we select the correct one. We can go ahead and select Unite, and then simply apply the color of your choice. So as you can see, if you have shapes that have a different color, or for some reason they don't seem that are working properly, well, that's usually because you need to unite them. As you can see here, we have two different shapes as well. Again, select and use the Unite tool in order to unite them. And if sometimes, again, you have trouble with them, just don't, all you have to do is to double click in order to enter the isolation mode. And again, use the Unite tool in order to make sure that it's all one shape. And in this case, perhaps I have to choose the blue color at the bottom. Fantastic. So now that you have selected and created your text, you can give it any stroke that you want. I perhaps also suggest to use the outline stroke to the edges, just like so. And it's now time to export your text. So once you have done with your text, you can go ahead and select it all and press Command G to group it. And now we can also scale it as we wish, just like so. If you want to scale the pattern real quick, add to the Windows menu and transform, and make sure that from here you have that transform both, in this case, object and pattern. And look what happens once I have that selected. In this case, the pattern will be scaled as well once I scaled my text. Right, it's now time to head to my layers, add my instruction, so I can go ahead and export my sticker. So Option Command E, that's all Control E in order to export for web. I'm gonna go ahead and export the artboard that have the little wow. Make sure that the format is PNG because we do want to retain a transparent background, unless you decide for whatever reason that you want a background. The option will be to have a transparent background as a PNG. And then select a destination folder. In this case, I'm just gonna go ahead and place it on my desktop. And here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and create a new folder, color sticker, and click on create. Now you can choose this folder and click on export. And as you can see, we have our little sticker that we have created. Now the standard way to upload a sticker for your Instagram story is to go through the route of a website called Giphy. So here it is. With Giphy, it's free. All you need to do is to upload at least 3-4 images. They can be static or moving, and then you'll be able to upload it in your Instagram page. But there is an hack that I'm 100% that works with iPhone, which I'm going to show you in a second. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to upload your little sticker on Discord. As you can see, all you have to do is to head to the challenge channel. Here it is. Click on the plus icon, upload file, and from here go ahead and select the file that you created and click on open. And this is going to be challenge 03 for me, and select on upload. And as you can see, is right there with a transparent background ready to be shared with the world. But what if I want to share that on my Instagram, on my feed? Well, let me go ahead. You can email that to yourself. You can have a folder in whatever way you have to share the image on your phone. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and try to airdrop it. Let's see if we can send it to my phone. And that's like a little hack that you left to, I'll have to do some research, and I'll probably come back to you in terms of how to do it on the actual Android. I know 100% that works on iPhone. But what else I'm going to do here, I think I have another image for my stories for today. Here it is, the Instagram sticker. I'm going to go ahead and use it add it on my iPhone. And now I'm going to jump into my Instagram and create a new story with the background. So here it is. Let's see if we can jump on my phone real quick. Nobody call me right now because I'm sharing my phone. No calls, please. But look what happens. If I head back into my photos and I just transfer, this is one of the version. This is the exact version that we created right now together. All you have to do is to click on the little icon in order to copy where it says copy photo, and then head back to your Instagram. And there is a little tab with a sticker coming up. So you can click on add sticker. Now you have to be quick, so I'm just gonna go back and do it again. So share and copy photo and head back to Instagram. And here it is. Once you click, you'll be able to add your sticker to your Instagram story directly from your phone. And now I'm gonna go ahead and share it to my stories. And if you go ahead to I am Kladi, you'll be able to see this story that I share live with you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump off my phone just in case I get a call. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's trick. I hope that it really wowed and that was mind-blowing. Again, there is you can go ahead and check at I am Kladi if you want to see it live, because I literally posted the story right now while talking with you. So hopefully that's going to be useful, and you're going to be able to use this for your story. You have your personalized stickers. Since we're here, I just want to say real quick, remind everybody that Max is coming next week right here. So go ahead and make sure that you register. It's free, it's online, it's free for all. All you need is email to register, and then you can access all the wonderful session labs and mind-blowing experience that only Max is capable to bring to our homes. And if you want to see my sessions in particular, here they are. Just type Kladi in the filters. They're going to be working in Lightroom, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and of course we're going to be here at Adobe Live. So again, don't forget to share your work on Behance. Don't forget to share your challenge on the Discord challenge page. I'm going to give it one more time. This is here, the link bit.ly/AI Discord. I'm going to go ahead and see if there is any question in the chat before we move forward to the next stream of the day, because there is more fun coming up here at Adobe Live. So let me see if there is any question. It looks like you guys enjoyed the sticker. Perfect. Is allowed to join more than one live stream? Yes, Potato, you can join as many live stream as you want. That's beautiful. Fantastic. Right. So I hope everybody is going to have a wonderful day. There is so much more fun coming. Submit your work. I look forward to see your stickers. If you are publishing actually your stickers in your story, please tag me at I am Kladi. I look forward to see it. It's going to be so much fun to see your own stickers in your story from now on. But thank you so much. As usual, it's been an absolute pleasure to be here with you for the Illustrator Challenge. Go grab a glass of water and come back, because there is so much more fun coming right here at Adobe Live. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will catch you tomorrow for another Daily Creative Challenge in Illustrator. Goodbye for now.